Uh, Dear students, we'll be beginning the ceremony shortly. I request all of you to refrain using your mobile phones and kindly wear your masks throughout the event. Good afternoon, everybody. Leaders become great not because of their power, but because of their power to empower others. Great leaders inspire their people to work hard, smart, and better. Respected fathers, teachers, and my dear students, a warm welcome to the Investiture ceremony of Christ Academy Institute for Advanced Studies for the academic year 2021 and 22. I am Saryu Sudhindra, and I'll be your MC for the day. Students of today are the leaders of tomorrow. This auspicious ceremony marks the handing over of the torch through generations in this highly reputed institution. We have placed our trust in these candidates because we are sure they'll carry out their responsibilities very diligently. A prayer is a window to communication with God. Now, I request Ms. Johanna to lead us in the prayer, and I also request the dignitaries to come here for the lighting of the lamp. I request Ms. Veena Anand to escort the dignitaries for the lighting of the lamp.
Abba, Father, let me be yours and yours alone. May my will forever be evermore your own. Never let my heart grow cold. Never let it go. Abba, Father, let me be yours and yours alone. Never let my heart grow cold. Never let it go. Abba, Father, let me be yours and yours alone.
Thank you, Johanna. As we move on with the formal proceedings of the event, I request respected fathers to take their seats on the dais. Thank you, fathers. I now welcome Ms. Veena Anand, the student governor of Christ Academy Institute for Advanced Studies, to welcome the gathering.
Thank you, Sarayu ma'am. Good afternoon, Reverend Father Baba Paul, Reverend Father Joshua, Reverend Father Lebin, Reverend Father Viju, all the heads of department, teachers, and my dear students. It's a great honor for me to be the student governor for this prestigious institution for the academic year 2021-22. As the students, the members of the Student Council embark their journey to the path of authority and responsibility, gives us great pride to be able to have this investiture ceremony today in the presence of the August gathering. I welcome you all to this event. Pray for our students, bless them. Thank you.
Thank you, Veena ma'am. The objective of being a good leader is to be strong but not stubborn, to be kind, not weak, to be humble and not be proud of that. Our Reverend Father Principal is the best example for such a leader. I now request Reverend Father Dr. Babu Paul to say a few words to our students.
So very good afternoon to you all. Reverend Father Joshua, the Vice Principal, Father Viju, the Administrator of the institutions in the campus, Father Lebin, the Vice Principal of the Junior College, Dr. Binu Paul, MBA Director, Department Heads, Faculty members, the members of the elect Student Council, and my dear students. Indeed, it is a happy occasion for Christ Academy as we are moving on with a new academic year, Student Council programs. The other day we had the election process. We completed that. From the elected representatives of the class, we had office bearers elected, and they are ready to take the office. We know that the Students' Council assumes lots of importance there in an academic institution. An investiture is a formal symbolic marking of the dawning of the duties related to the Students' Council. We deserve the leaders the way we are. And I'm sure that we got a rather good team in order to lead the students and take care of them, taking care of all the welfare of the students for this academic year. And as such, this is a great responsibility that has been given to them. As we are dawning there with the responsibility of the student leaders, it has been implied that they do come up to the ideals of the institution. We do have great many examples of the same kind all over the world. The great leaders often had their first footsteps there in the great campuses. Later they have been formed in such a way and made themselves the exemplary leaders of world status. And from that point of view, I'm sure that this is a rather good ground for all of us to look forward something solid from the part of the student body. Today, as we have this investiture ceremony, an academic symbolic investiture as such reminding us of the great many leaders of the world, I'm sure this also gives us an occasion to greet the people and entrust them with a great responsibility so that we would be able to prove the medal and each and every responsibility given to each and every leaders. I do appreciate the teachers who have taken initiative in order to complete the election procedure in a peaceful way. And we do have a rather good student body for the rest of the academic year to lead the students. I do appreciate the student governor, Ms. Veena, and also all the department heads who have taken, and it is the teamwork that made the things possible to have the election in a rather comfortable manner. So today, as we are coming together and joining the responsibility there to the student body, I do appreciate their generosity and their goodwill. And also, I'm sure that they will be able to go an extra mile for the students' sake, and that will help them to form themselves as best leaders. We know that, yes, all of us gathered here, we have only a representative slice of the student community here, but at the same time, the whole of the student body are behind us. And why it is being done, all of us know that. But at the same time, it never belittles the importance of such an event. It has taken in such a way, it has been reaching out there to the student community, and I'm sure they will be taking it the importance which it deserves. And today, as we have the formal investiture ceremony, let's give all support there to the student leaders who have been elected from the leaderships. And as such, this is a rather good occasion for us to extend our support to all of them. I congratulate the chairperson and vice chairperson, along with all the office bearers who have been elected in order to represent Christ Academy. There are many occasions that you are entitled to represent, stand for, and even to become the voice. And it is left to you to perform there in the coming academic year. I wish you all the best and also congratulate all the winners. And also I request of the whole students to extend your support so that we'd be able to have a rather fruitful academic year. I'm sure we'll have. Great achievements and discoveries there in the past happened there in the midst of adversities. The hard and tough time we are going through is not an exception. Let's look forward, and I'm sure we'll have great achievements and contributions there from the part of the students. I do appreciate all the students and also congratulate everybody. Let's have a fruitful academic year with the support under the leadership of this elected student body. I wish you all the best and God's blessings as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. Now we move on to the most awaited part of the ceremony. Handing over a badge is a symbol of handing over the authority. Now it's this time to see the authority getting handed over to our newly elected council members. On this behalf, I request Father Reverend Dr. Babu Paul to hand over the sashes to the student council members, Father Leben to hand over the badges, and Father Viju to hand over the flowers. I now call upon our chairperson for the academic year 2021 and 22, Ms. Abhisha Angelin. Next, I call upon the Vice Chairperson of the Council, Mr. Kevin. Handing over the flag symbolizes handing over authority and responsibility to the newly elected student council member. I now request Reverend Father Dr. Babu Paul to hand over the college flag to the chairperson and vice chairperson of the student council. Moving on, I next call upon the Secretary of the Student Council, Ms. Nia. Thank you, Father Leben. I now request Dr. Father Babu Paul to hand over the badges to other office bearers and Father Viju to hand over the flowers to other office bearers. Up next, we have the Sports Committee Secretary, Mr. Sagar L. We have Sports Committee Secretary, Ms. Vidya. We have Arts and Culturals Committee Secretary, Ms. Tejaswini. Arts and Culturals Committee Secretary, Mr. Joel. Editorial Committee Secretary, Ms. Leah. First year representative, Mr. Ganesh. First year representative, Ms. Manasvi Rao. Second year representative, Mr. Rakesh. Second year representative, Ms. Gautami. Third year representative, Mr. Puneet. Third year representative, Ms. Aishwarya. PG representative, Ms. Vishnupriya. PG representative, Mr. Prajwal Raghavendra. Thank you, fathers. Kindly be seated. When a man takes an oath, he is holding his own self in his own hands. In this ceremony, the office bearers pledge their loyalty to our prestigious institution and make a promise to dedicate and commit themselves to their duties. I now request Reverend Father Dr. Babu Paul to administer the oath.
All of you can stretch out your hands, please. I do solemnly affirm that I have faithfully represent the interest of the Students' Council of Christ Academy Institute for Advanced Studies. I will, to the best of my ability, uphold, promote, and support the goals and objectives of Christ Academy Institute for Advanced Studies Students' Council. Thank you.
Thank you, Father. Thankfulness is the beginning of gratitude. Gratitude is the completion of thankfulness. I now request our chairperson of the Student Council, Ms. Abisha, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Leadership is not bullying. Leadership is not aggressive. Leadership is the expectation that you can use your voice for good, that you can make the world a better place. Good evening to one and all present here. Respected Principal Reverend Father Dr. Babu Paul, Vice Principal Reverend Father Joshua Nedumperambul, Reverend Father Davis, Reverend Father Viju, Reverend Father Lebin, respected teachers, and the newly elected council members. The Student Council is a great platform to own our leadership skills. Becoming a Student Council member is a stepping stone towards an enriching future. We, the Student Council members, would continue to work in harmony and inspire each other and set an example for the upcoming leaders. I would like to take this opportunity to express my heartfelt thanks to our Principal Reverend Father Dr. Babu Paul, our Vice Principal Reverend Father Joshua Nedumperambul, Reverend Father Davis, Reverend Father Viju, Reverend Father Lebin for standing as pillars of strength. I would like to thank the teachers who are a great guide in all the steps we take. I would also like to take a moment to thank the staffs who worked behind the scenes to make this event happen. Our technical arrangement team, stage setting team, the musicians, and the housekeeping staffs. I feel honored to extend my gratitude to each and everyone present in this Investiture ceremony and making this event a successful one. Thank you.
Thank you, Abisha. I may now request the audience to raise for college anthem.
Christ Academy, proud of your glory, may you prosper eternally. Christ Academy, proud of your glory, may
Thank you, audience. Kindly be seated. Before we conclude the session, I request the student council body to come up on the dais for a photography session. I request all the student council members as well as the HODs to kindly come up on the dais for a photograph. So, before we conclude this session, I would like to wish our newly elected student council members very all the best and congratulations once again. And thank you all for being such wonderful audience and joining us on this special day. Thank you so much. Yes, you all can disperse now. Thank you.